Welcome to the Capsule Closet Stylist podcast. My name's Michelle Barrett. I've been a stylist for 21 years, dressing people all over the world, people like Katy Perry, Ewan McGregor, Renée Zellweger, and many more. And during the lockdown last year, I decided to take my services online and create a membership at www.capsuleclosetstylist.com. So there you can find lots of free tips and information on how you can look great. So let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to Capsule Closet Stylist and this week's episode. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Recently for International Women's Day, which was last month, I was asked to come along with a group of women, wonderful, amazing women who all owned these little businesses, and we were doing like a big spread in a magazine about what we did. And one thing that became evident, now all of these women were amazing. I mean, some of the businesses they were starting were just incredible, and they were kind of inspired by, a whole multitude of reasons. I think often when anybody starts a small business, there's often a reason behind why they're starting it, like a purpose or a drive behind it. And it could be something that's unfortunate that's happened to you, or it could be, something, a gap that you've seen, or a whole multitude of reasons. But there was real passion behind a lot of these businesses, and I was really inspired by them. But one thing that really became evident, and actually my friend who I attended the event with picked up on, was that whenever I said what I did, that I was a personal stylist, you could see people thinking, oh no, is she judging me in the way I'm looking? Is she judging me on the way I look? And it really got me thinking because, firstly, I'm not judging anybody. I literally don't look at people and judge them. The only reason I ever analyse anybody and what they're wearing is if they ask me to. I literally don't do it. I don't know why that is. People are often surprised by that, but I'm not judging anybody. I do notice if I see someone, they look really put together, or even if they're not particularly put together, it's just that I like it if I see somebody and I can see they've made a real effort. I'll often tell them. I think it's a very non-British thing to do. We don't tend to do that. We don't tend to just tell people if we think they look great, and I actually do actively do that, because I can remember the occasions when somebody's done that with me, and it can make your day, make your week, make your month. You never know what someone's going through. So always encourage everyone to do that. But I really noticed that they would look at me like, oh no, is she judging me? And I'm not judging them. And it really made me think about how sort of insecure so many of us are about how we look and how we feel. And, there's two main reasons that I came to doing what I do. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely, I've had some fantastic jobs in regards to costume and styling. One of my big dramas that I did, Why Didn't They Ask Evans, is going to be on over Easter, or was on over Easter, I think it was on ITV. And, another drama that I did was on recently, Grace, and I've done some great things. I've worked with some great artists and been in some great places and locations and all sorts. But the reason I started this, for two reasons, really. One, I just know, like so many of us do, that we can't continue buying clothes at the rate that we do and not thinking about what we're buying. Because if you look at, for example, this is a really, really good example, actually, and it's not clothes, but it'll kind of give you an idea. I can give you another example in a minute. But recently I was at my mum's, and she gave me a box of things which were my nan's. My nan died many, many years ago. And she asked me if I wanted anything from this little box. It was a little bit bigger than a shoebox. And there was this little like decanter and glasses set, which I've got. And I looked at these things that were in this box, and I just thought, most things that we buy, like material items, a lot of material items could actually last longer than us. That's the reality of it. And actually, most of the plastic will last longer than us. Even if we're on this earth and one of the oldest persons on the planet, it's still going to last longer than us. I had a pair of jean denim shorts, which I bought when I was 18. I've still got. And I can just about get into them if that's what you're thinking. And I know people hate me for that, but I kind of, this summer I patched them up for the first time because the material got a little bit thin. But I turned 50 last year. So I've had them for over 30 years. And it just, when you start to look at clothes like that, it really makes you realise how we need to change the way we buy clothes. And you think of all the clothes you've bought in your lifetime and all of them that you've got rid of. Where are they now? Where are they now? That was the first reason that made me start this system, because I want to help people become much more intentional, and obviously has an environmental impact. So that's the first reason. The second reason is because I love nothing more than seeing people's posture change, their confidence grow, and them just find their happy place again. So today, I've come a really long way around this, but I wanted to talk to you about that because it is so important. The whole point of you building your capsule wardrobe should be about what you like and what feels good on you. Not about your neighbour, not about someone down the road, not about what your mum or your partner thinks. It's about you. So next time you find yourself kind of looking at anything you're considering putting in your wardrobe, think about whether you like it or whether it's something you're buying to fit into some perceived notion that somebody else will approve of. Now, don't get me wrong, there are certain elements we have to kind of abide by, that like for work, for example, sometimes you have to wear certain colours or certain type of uniform, you've got to be smart, blah, blah, blah. But in general life, you should be who you are. And believe me, above all else, whether you're talking about colours that suit your skin, hair and eyes, whether you're talking about styles that suit your body shape, whether you're talking about the best quality, whether you're talking about what fits your lifestyle, if you don't feel good in it, both physically and mentally, it is not going to work. Now let that sink in. You really need to kind of listen to that part. It needs to feel good on you. You need to feel good in this. I want you to go about strutting your stuff. Whatever age you are, whatever shape you are, whatever size you are, whatever skin colour you are, wherever you've come from, whatever background you come from, whatever social status you come from, doesn't matter. I want you to feel good in what you're wearing. And that means you choosing what works for you. And so, for example, when I work with private clients, and I say this to them quite a lot, whether they, do a colour analysis and body shape style guide with me, which is one-on-one, or whether we work together in my membership, I give them tools to be able to work from. So in other words, I do give them colours that I know will work for them, work for their skin, hair and eyes, or I'll give them styles that I know will identify their body shape. It's one of the questions they ask, and the membership is quite a common question. I'll give them those tools, and some people will come back to me and go, oh, actually, but I like brighter colours. And I say, that's fine. Choose the brightest colours. Go for what works for you, because all I'm doing is giving you what you might want to choose from. I am not dictating to you, you should be this or you should be that, because that will never work. It has to be what feels good on you. Because if I was to say to you, right, okay, Joanne Blogs, all you can wear are these colours and that's it. So I don't want you wearing any other colours. Then I'm putting you in a box again, and I don't want to put anybody in a box, and you shouldn't put yourself in a box either. So, I've said this before, go to Pinterest, open up 2 boards, one which has got colours you love, one which has got styles you love, and spend a long time with this. Just pin lots of different colours. It can be a picture of a car, it can be a picture of a rose, a book, item of clothing, whatever it is. It could be a colour palette. You could put in blue colour palette, yellow colour palette, whatever it is. Just really enjoy that part of it. And also the styles. Don't worry about whether they suit you, whether they work for you, whether you don't like them, whether you do like them, whatever it is. Well, you should like them. I don't know what I'm talking about there. You should like them. So just pick lots of styles you like as well. Those 2 elements are just so important, and then, for clients any of you who have worked with me already, if you're in my membership or I've worked with you one-on-one, you'll know that then I give you kind of colours and styles that you can kind of choose from what you like. It is not about putting you in boxes. I had a client recently in the membership who said that generally when she looked at garments suggestions for Hourglass, it was all very kind of like either the 1950s, very circle skirts, big skirts, and kind of off the shoulder tops and all that, which is all very well and good. But she said it overwhelmed her because she was petite, which is a really, really good point. So that's the thing, is whatever colour analysis I do on you, or whatever body shape you are, or whatever suits you in whether you're petite or tall or wherever you are, there are always nuances to every single category. And that's why it is worth a kind of working one-on-one with somebody like myself, or thinking yourself about what works for you. You will know instinctively to a certain extent what works for you and what doesn't. So listen to that instinct alongside getting as much information as you can. And think about also, it could be that you've got ethical standards you want to stick by. It could be you've got environmental standards you want to stick by. Whatever those passions are, feel proud and comfortable in whatever it is you're wearing, that you've kind of chosen something based on those standards which you have. Don't ever choose stuff based on someone else's standards, because all advertising is, and all the commercials and everything else is trying to tell you you're going to be happy if you wear this or wear that, and 99.9% of us don't look like those people. Even now, even though there is like leeway being made in terms of older models and different sized models, still the vast majority of us don't look like those people. So the likelihood is you're not going to look like those people. A real prime example of that at the moment is these oversized suits and jackets and everything. I'm sorry, but 90% of people that wear them, including people who look like models, look like they're wearing their dad's clothing. That is a prime example of how those items are going to end up in landfill very, very quickly, because they will date very quickly as well. So that is something for me. I don't choose, for example, I don't like to choose things that I know are going to date really quickly, because it just makes me feel sick, the thought of it just being put in landfill or sent to a charity shop, which often are overwhelmed. And there will be so much about that soon. I actually, to the extent I think it's irresponsible of designers creating looks like that, particularly like the neon colours. Now, if you're listening to that and you're thinking, well, actually, I wear oversized suits all the time and I love neon and I wear it all the time, great, go for it, if that is your thing. But what I'm trying to say to you is, don't be persuaded to wear something that's on trend because it's on trend if it doesn't work for you. Find your own place, find your own style. Like I think it was Coco Chanel said, the best colour on you is the one that you like best, or something like that. And that's absolutely true. The best outfit on you is the one that works for you, the one that you like, not the one that somebody else is telling you should wear. So keep your confidence up, take your time, be kind to yourself. Don't expect your capsule wardrobe to happen overnight. Take it bit by bit. I did a recent episode where I talked about, building capsule wardrobes if you feel overwhelmed. And look after yourself. This is about you and you finding your happy place. It is not about some company trying to advertise to you or anything else. If you need more help, absolutely come and join me in one of my live events. I've got several up on Eventbrite, one for capsule wardrobes, one for style, one for colour. Come and join me, and I do a live Q&A at the end as well. So I put the link to that in the notes. Anyway, hopefully, there's a really annoying motorbike going past my house now. Can you hear that? It is like, I hear it all the time, and it's like he's riding on a sewing machine. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.